Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, I am going to be doing a bit of a mini reading. So you guys know I channel main collective readings every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I would also like to start doing more of these in-between videos that I sometimes refer to as mini readings, just because it really gives us the time and space to channel more specifically into certain dynamics that want to come up for more selective groups of people. So with that being said, very often I find that these mini reading videos do tend to be for more specific groups of people. So especially when it comes to these smaller videos, I really recommend listening to your own intuition and only take the messages that really feel resonant for you on a personal and intuitive level. I'm going to go ahead and start today by shuffling the traditional tarot cards. So I really have no idea what we're going to be talking about in today's reading. I'm going to be leaving things very open-ended here. And right away we have the Five of Swords in the upright position. I'm hearing that this is a message from someone who walked away. Now, strangely enough, this is someone who seemed to self-sabotage a connection with you. And they did this by, I'm hearing, going cold or by walking away entirely. But strangely, this person almost considers themselves a martyr here. Like they believe that they were not good for you and that by going cold on you or by disconnecting, they were actually doing you a favor. It's a very strange dynamic because this is someone who actually sees you as the Queen of Cups, but they also feel as though they could never make you happy with the Ten of Cups reversed. And with the Four of Cups in the reverse position, this is someone who realizes that they have some growing up to do or some maturing to do. Although I feel as though a lot of this has not been communicated to you directly. So most likely, this has been a very frustrating dynamic on your end where you've simply just wanted this person to communicate why they're disconnecting or what's going on here. But instead of communicating, this person seems like they may have just dropped off entirely. Now, the thing is, this person thinks extremely highly of you. Again, they perceive you as the Queen of Cups. They perceive you as a very warm, nurturing, but also powerful kind of person. And yet they see themselves with this Ten of Cups energy as being someone who in their current state of being cannot offer you what you truly want or deserve. Now, of course, from your perspective, that may or may not be true because you might not believe that is true. You might feel that this person can offer you what you want, but from their perspective and in their own mind, they feel as though they're incapable of doing that. Now, I want to know a bit more about this King of Cups reverse because this card can represent someone who gave them bad advice when it came to you, maybe someone who encouraged them to disconnect from you. I'm hearing someone that made them question their worth. So this does seem to be a masculine. This could have been a masculine energy in their friend group, in their family, or again, of course, it could be a romantic situation. And when I use these labels, masculine and feminine, these are meant to describe energy dynamics. So keep in mind, they don't necessarily connect with a particular gender. We all actually have a balance internally of both masculine and feminine energy. But I'm getting that this person who may have either convinced them to disconnect from you, or even if they didn't consciously convince them, something this person did or said subconsciously triggered their lack of self-worth and caused them to disconnect from you. But in either case, that particular person does seem to be carrying more of a masculine energy charge. With the Death card here in the upright position, this represents powerful spiritual transformation happening through upheaval and endings. So whoever I'm speaking about here, who self-sabotaged a connection with you, they seem to have been holding on very rigidly to something that had been very long-term. So for some of them, this could have been a marriage or connection, a very long-term connection that needed to go through upheaval. For others of them, this may have been simply their way of thinking and being. I'm getting that this is someone who's a very traditional, I'm hearing by the book kind of person, and you are the Empress. So you are someone who lives outside of the matrix, so to speak. You are not bound by the artificial limitations of others, and you entering this person's life was really meant to inspire them with the King of Wands to be a leader. I'm hearing this person's been very much a follower, whether that means in the workplace, in their life generally. They've kind of just been passively falling under the influence of society or of the people and things around them. But you were meant to inspire them to this leadership in their life. So even if this wasn't a literal position of leadership, you were inspiring them to really take charge of their life in a positive way and to step up in some sense. And if they had done that, I see that they would have been in a partnership with the Empress, of course, the Empress being you in this kind of analogy. With the Two of Cups, I'm seeing that in order to be energetically and emotionally and spiritually compatible with you, they would have had to step up and become this leader, really begin to embody more of that King of Wands energy. But they chose to remain chained to something here that's very heavy and very lower vibrational, and also seems to resonate with their sense of tradition, longevity, or conventionality. So I know we're talking kind of in vague terms here. I will try to get more specific if I can, but for many of you, you already know what this thing is that they're chained to, whether it's a karmic relationship, whether it's a way of thinking. I almost get the sense that when the two of you first met or connected, it caused a spike of energy within this person's auric field. So it caused their energy to shoot up really, really quickly, and them to, in that kind of rising of their energy, get a taste of their own highest ideal version of self that at the time they found very addictive. So in those initial stages, when you spiked their energy in this way, they may have been connecting with you incessantly. They may have wanted to talk to you very frequently. They may have seemed very sure about you and about the connection. But then when that energy settled back down, they now have to take the energy they received from you and process it. That high level energy you exchanged with them begins working through all of their wounds, all of their patterns, all of their fears. And I almost feel like that triggering just started to overwhelm them, and they chained themselves back into that lower vibrational place instead of allowing their connection with you to inspire them up to the person that they needed to be in order to be compatible with you spiritually. And I almost feel this person also was a bit intimidated by your mind and your wisdom. It's something that they incredibly admire about you. I'm hearing that they really admire the way you think, your level of wisdom, not just about material, worldly things, but also about spiritual things. However, over the course of time, they found your level of wisdom increasingly intimidating. And there is a general message from your spirit guides here that a masculine, or I guess it doesn't have to be a masculine, although it's coming up a lot as potentially a masculine energy. But regardless, a person who is really on your level, aligned with you, and going to be supportive for you for your journey will not be intimidated by the way you think, by your mind, by your wisdom. They will actually admire your mind. In fact, that will be one of the things they love most about you. And I'm not sure why I feel inspired to say this, but for someone listening, you might have the experience of at times filtering your thoughts because your level of wisdom intimidates people. You have this either literal intellect, intelligence about you. Maybe you are a traditionally very intelligent person, but even if you don't consider yourself that way, you have a naturally deep spiritual wisdom, a kind of soul wisdom. And this soul wisdom will naturally be intimidating to those who are not seeking enlightenment, who are not seeking to reach a higher level of wisdom, because I'm hearing the gift that you give to others will feel like a curse to those who are not prepared to receive it, meaning your wisdom is a gift because just being around you is a learning experience. Even when you're not consciously, verbally sharing that wisdom, having it, retaining it within your being causes others to sense it, to feel it, and even to subconsciously receive some of that wisdom. So if they're not ready to level up their own mind, their own intellect, their own spirit, then they are going to be intimidated by this beautiful gift that you are offering them. But of course, that does not lessen the value of your gift. It only speaks to the receiver's lack of preparedness. So I feel like that was a really powerful message for someone. I'm not sure who needed to hear that, but I really hope that part of the reading reached you. Now, I am feeling us kind of shift gears here, so I am going to be reshuffling, and I want to know if there's anything else we can channel from this person or about this situation. But I also want to share with you my personal favorite tool for manifesting, shifting energy, and altering my own reality, and these are subliminals. So for those of you who don't know, subliminals are audio meditations that contain unconscious spoken affirmations, which is so powerful because unlike traditional affirmations that you would repeat in the mirror or that kind of thing, subliminal affirmations are specifically designed to bypass the conscious filter of the mind, and this allows them to make deeper, more lasting impressions on the subconscious mind. Research has shown that the subconscious mind actually controls 95% of our thoughts, actions, and outcomes in life. So when we shift what's happening in the subconscious, we can alter our reality and manifest very quickly. It's kind of like this backdoor fast track to manifestation. So personally, when I started meditating with subliminals several years ago, really within just a few weeks of using them, I began to feel so much lighter, to feel more confident, to feel this boost in my energy. And over the course of time, subliminals have played a major role in helping me personally manifest in all areas of my life. So because I am so passionate about them, I am now sharing my own subliminals with all of you through my my app, Sound and Soulful. So in this app, I have over 130 subliminals for essentially every area of life. There are subliminals for physical appearance changes, for mood shifts like confidence, happiness, and self-love, for energy clearing, for money, for abundance, success, and love, relationships, so many other things. So there is so much to explore in the app, and you can even create your own custom private playlists and listen overnight while you are sleeping. Personally, I have been listening to my subliminals overnight, and I wear an Oura ring to track the quality of my sleep while I'm sleeping. I've been doing this for over 2 years now. And since meditating specifically overnight with subliminals, listening while I'm asleep, I've noticed my sleep scores in the Oura app for my sleep quality really going up dramatically. So many people find that meditating with subliminals overnight, just having that playlist going, actually helps their quality of sleep. But also in the process, you are literally reprogramming your subconscious mind to assist you in manifesting your dreams and desires in life. So the link to download my Sound and Soulful Subliminals app is in the pinned comment and description box underneath the video. Personally, for this reading, I would most highly recommend my subliminal for love, Magnetism, because regardless of your current love situation or desires in your love life, this will help you to begin to magnetize in your highest timeline in love, whatever that looks like for you personally. So the link to download the app and sign up for a free trial account to get started is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Okay, so I am going to be reshuffling the cards here, and I just want to know what else I can channel about any of the people or situations who have come up here. So with the Ten of Swords, what you need to know about this particular person who self-sabotaged is, I'm hearing they have to play out their own ending. So I almost feel you presented this person with a potential out, meaning you presented them with an alternate pathway where they wouldn't have to play out some kind of dead end in their life. They wouldn't have to go back and re-enter into some kind of karmic cycle, which is really just a lesson that they are choosing to re-enter and learn that way, rather than taking the kind of out that you were giving them through the initial stages of your connection with them. So I feel that ultimately this path they're on is going to lead to something coming to a complete ending. Whatever reason they self-sabotaged, why ever they chose to disconnect from you, that Five of Swords is ultimately going to lead to an ultimate dead end with the Ten of Swords. And that dead end is actually going to finally allow them to overcome this obstacle and see things clearly. With the Chariot in the upright position, this is ultimately going to push them to work on themselves on a personal level, and it's going to cause them to clearly see, with the King of Cups reversed, this person or influence in their life who may have either triggered their own lack of worthiness and caused them to disconnect from you that way, or who may have literally convinced them with their own words to disconnect from you. But in either case, they are going to be going through a massive ego death here with the Death card, the spiritual transformation card coming up here again. But I feel that for them, it's going to have to come through a lot of these hardships, obstacles, and difficulties. In a sense, this is the path that they've chosen, because as I said before, it's almost like meeting you was presenting this person with the ability to have this kind of easy out, to choose this pathway that would allow them to immediately align with a much higher timeline, but they refused to take that pathway. And it's almost like instead they are doing things the hard way in a sense. Now, on your part, I see the Empress in the upright position. So you are still very much in this beautiful, flowing, receptive energy. I saw a waterfall, so that might be a significant sign for someone. I want to get more information on what kind of energy you are connecting with as the Empress. Okay, the Knight of Wands in the upright position. The Queen of Pentacles. So this is about abundance, passion, things beginning to move very quickly. The High Priestess, and also the Six of Swords. What a beautiful spread of cards. So what I see is things beginning to move very quickly when it comes to something that you're passionate about with the Knight of Wands. This is going to look different for different individuals, but we are going to channel into some potential specifics. I'm getting that for someone listening. This is about a love situation where someone becomes very passionate about you and wants to come into your life very quickly. For others of you, this could be something you are personally passionate about, beginning to move very quickly. So what else is going on with this Knight of Wands, this fast-moving, passionate energy? Victory in the reverse. So it's almost like the breakthrough of some obstacle that felt like it was blocking you. And it feels almost like I'm hearing your spiritual wisdom allows you to grow above or like to expand out of this obstacle that had been blocking you. So I'm hearing knowledge is the key. So this could be knowledge about yourself. Maybe it's through introspecting, journaling, meditating, going within yourself emotionally and energetically that allows you to grow beyond this obstacle that may have been a subconscious obstacle, a subconscious belief system that you are growing out of simply through that deeper knowledge of yourself. Ooh, with the Caring Connections card reversed, if that part is resonating for you, then this obstacle might be a subconscious block around truly feeling worthy of love, support, and connection for your most authentic self. And that might be an obstacle that you are expanding beyond as you come into a deeper knowledge of, I'm hearing who you really are in the spiritual realm and just how worthy you are. It's like you amplify your consciousness of your own worthiness the more you discover your true spiritual identity, the more you realize your true spiritual status. So I'm sure we'll be talking about that more in a future reading video. Let me know if you want to hear more about that. But I do want to see if anything else will come out here. Okay, so for someone listening specifically, you may have been through a very powerful soul connection in the past that left you feeling very heartbroken, or may have created this kind of, I don't want to say created, it illuminated this subconscious blockage within yourself around really feeling worthy of being loved for who you are authentically. Now, this could have come through connecting with someone who really saw you and connected with you from a deeply authentic place, but then because they were caught up in their own karmic cycles and patterns, there may have been a separation or a disconnect in your connection. Now, for others of you, that might not apply. This could have played out so many different ways, but I'm just picking up on this deep spiritual connection that saw you completely, and connected with you on that really deep level, but also created some heartbreak in your life as well. And I feel something being healed around that naturally the more you go within and discover just how powerful and beautiful your true soul identity is beyond anything that is physical. And the more you solidify that knowing, the more you seem to tap into your own deep reservoir of self-love. And again, that seems to heal you beyond this obstacle that was in your way. And then things begin to move very, very quickly. So as I said, I'm sure this will come up again in future videos. If you do want to get notified when I post future content around this subject, then I recommend subscribing to the channel. Join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also feel free to write me a comment if anything here did connect with you in a personal way. I would love to hear from you. And you can follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself, where I post more energy updates, inspiration, and information. Of course, if you do feel guided to start using my subliminals as a powerful tool to help you shift your subconscious thoughts and reprogram your reality, then the link to download the Sound and Soulful Subliminals app is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Otherwise, I am wishing you all the most beautiful remainder of your day, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.